Welcome everybody to BAM LA. We're very excited to bring you the exciting, intense news of today.
Which is what, COVID-19? It's on every talk show that you could imagine.
Talk show, radio, news, social media. We would love to talk about something else other than this, but I guess we do.
I mean, well, you got 144,000 deaths worldwide, man. 34,000 here alone in the United States, 402 in Los Angeles.
And that's scary. We don't want to bring that up or even bring up these stats, but
I mean, I guess we have to, right?
We have to, yeah, because a lot of people aren't respecting what's going on with this. Yeah. They're not taking the proper procedures.
Precautions, yeah. I mean, I'm just curious, where did Corona, the name, come from? I mean, COVID-19, you have the Rona. Here in Los Angeles, I hear the Rona.
Everything we have to abbreviate, we have to slim it down to make it sound cooler.
Yeah. But I mean, then you got all the Corona drinkers and they're like,
man, oh, no, I'm one of them, and it's scary because I don't even want to drink that because I think I might catch it. But yeah,
man.
I guess the people, the non-Spanish
community
would know that Corona does mean crown.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's like
some
Latin word for
a
crown.
So I'm guessing that's where the name comes from. It might be, it might have the what do you call it? How would you say the
shape of the virus?
The shape of the virus, yeah.
The crown on it,
which is kind of scary, but
well, yeah, people are dying, man. I mean, what are you doing to stay safe?
Just covering my cough, covering my sneeze. But if I'm outside, obviously I'm wearing my mask.
And did you start after the pandemic?
Wearing my mask?
Covering your cough, your sneeze, washing your hands.
Well, I think even before this, you would cover your cough and your sneezes, and you would you can't be dirty and not wash your hands. It's like an everyday thing.
I mean, but people do it. They don't wash their hands.
Yeah, there is dirty people out there that continue to not do these type of things, but now you got these people on the street selling these masks, man. Like if they were oranges.
Speaking of which, you saw me come in with this mask, right?
Yes. And
so this is a $5 mask that you could get at basically any gas station or corner.
My goodness, anywhere.
Corner. And it doesn't protect you from the virus, nor does it protect anybody else from it. I mean, it's just it's polyester. It's a polyester
it almost looks like a calzone.
Like a thong. Yeah.
Yes, we're being funny about this right now, but it is very serious. Other than that, the glove situation, is another thing that
I was at Target today, man, and I saw the parking lot littered with the just all kinds of gloves, man. Black, blue, orange, green.
They think that they'll wash away onto the sewers.
Which
I'm guessing.
Yeah, we'll see it in the ocean.
Yes, and I do have one here, and just to show.
Can you get it on?
I know, doesn't fit.
If the glove doesn't fit,
you must have quit.
Go ahead and put it up so everybody could see. It's a blue latex glove.
Yes, it's surgical glove, doctor gloves, But it's just funny how people think that just because you have it on doesn't mean you're not going to catch something. Doesn't mean you're not going to spread it. Obviously, you won't, but I've come across many people that have these gloves on, and they're on their phones or reaching for their
touching their face, picking their nose,
grabbing their wallets or their purses or hugging their kids. And funny thing is, as a matter of fact, today I won't mention what store I was in, but I go in to use the restroom. Obviously, there was also a line for the restrooms.
Yeah.
You damn near have to get a ticket to get into these fucking restrooms.
Like getting into a club, man.
And I'm finally to walk up to the urinal. I'm handling mine. I don't have my gloves on, but I make sure I wash my hands before I went into the stall.
That's what I was going to ask you.
And so, excuse me, I'm getting a little. So emotional? The next customer.
You're getting emotional?
Yes. To the right of me, I see that he has his mask, which is cool. I was like, oh, man, that's cool. Yeah. He has his gloves on, I was like, all right, cool. Then I look down, and the man's wearing sandals, which is kind of crazy.
Did he have gloves on his feet?
The booties, what are those from the hospital? When you go into the hospital, they make you put booties on?
Yeah.
As fathers, we know what those are. But yeah, they give you like these little booties that go around your shoes or so you don't.
I mean, painters have them, man.
Yeah. So back to this guy. I see that he unzips and starts peeing.
Does he hold his junk or does he?
Because you can hear when you take these gloves off. You can hear him,
snap, yeah.
And I didn't hear this, so I'm guessing he just went straight for it and took a leak.
Oh wow!
And after, he walks to the and I am visualizing everything as I'm, I'm still peeing.
You're just hearing everything, yeah.
I'm just.
Yeah. I mean,
I see him go, around me through, back of me, goes to the faucet. He doesn't even turn the water on. He just goes straight for the soap onto his gloves.
Yeah.
And he
washes his gloves.
He was more
worried about his gloves.
More worried about his gloves than his damn fucking.
I feel bad for his wife, dude.
Jesus.
If he has one.
Or his girl. Or his guy. Nowadays, who knows? But he didn't give a shit, bro. Like, he was just, fuck it. I'm going to take a lead with my gloves on. I ain't going to catch shit.
Yeah.
I'm fucking holding it with my protected gloves. But please, people, the gloves are just so you don't, contaminate or, or infect anything else, But be careful with them. Don't go around touching all kinds of shit, or your kids, your loved ones, or your fucking.
I think the rule of thumb is you put them on before, you get out of your car, you get into the store. If you're gonna use them, I personally don't use them. I mean, I think it's just a waste of money, honestly.
Yeah, because you don't need them. If
it would be different if you had cuts or bruise. I mean, just cuts on your hand.
Or if you cough in your hand, and you're like, oh, but
but aren't you supposed to cough into your elbow?
Yeah, you're supposed to dab it. Oh, my kids love doing that.
They dab it.
But yeah, throw them away. Don't look at me right now. It's gonna go in a trash can. But right now, it's just gonna go right here. But please, just throw them away. And don't litter. That's another thing. Don't just throw them on the street like AJ just finished saying before we started. It's like, just throw them away properly.
Yeah, they're littered all over the place, man. I mean, obviously you purchase gloves, right? You have a bunch of them?
I do. I for what I do at my job, I need them all the time. Okay. I won't say where we work, because.
I mean, other than that, has this pandemic affected you any other way?
It doesn't. But from what I hear, social media, friends and family members, how they complain about the lines and all this. Okay. But from my experience, I haven't. Luckily, I've been good with that.
You haven't experienced any lines. I mean, Target's like an amusement park, dude. It wrapped around the store and down La Cienega Boulevard.
It's like a new Disneyland, which I miss right now, But
I don't think anybody understood it was a pandemic until Disneyland closed its doors, dude.
You are not lying, because
Let me guess, you have year-round passes?
I do. Yes, we do with our kids, man. It's like we go there like 3 times a month, Oh, wow. And
you guys are Disneyland fiends, huh?
We are. We love the place, It's like it's.
I personally never been.
Oh my goodness.
I've never been to Disneyland. I don't think I'm ever gonna go after this pandemic, dude.
Well, you're rich and famous. I don't know why you don't get your pass. You got to take the kids and the wifey.
Yeah.
But it's an awesome experience, 'cause not only are you there with your kids, but the rides and they got good drinks too.
Shout out to Corona.
Shout out to Corona with the awesome drinks. But
I personally, this is not sponsored by Stella's, but I love Stella's. Dude.
Oh yeah, and thank you for bringing them. We drank a couple of them before we started, and that's why we're so chirpy right now. Is that a word? Chirpy?
No, it's not.
Oh, it's my word. Chirpy means
chirpy.
like you're always like
you're a little bit buzzed. You're buzzed.
We're being funny about this, but obviously it's very serious. We want to bring some humor to this, but people just need to be very careful. And to tell you that or to say, how these athletes, and it's easy for them to tell us, well, we are famous, right? Yeah, we're famous, but
in our own little world.
Yeah, but not super famous. We'll get there, eventually, but for them to say for us to stay home, because we can't, because we have our jobs, our 9 to 5s, or
yeah, you had it right, 9 to 5.
Yeah, and for them to say that, it's easy for them, but if he can, hey, by all means, stay home. Get it? By all means.
By all means.
Bam LA, baby, you gotta shout it out, shout out the company. Yeah.
So what are you doing to prevent it, man? Obviously you gotta wash your hands, stay at home when as much as possible, right?
As much as possible, yeah. Stay home,
wash your hands, wash your ass.
Ooh, that's important.
Cover your cough and stay home if you feel sick, man.
Yeah.
Please don't spread it.
Yeah, if you're sick, just stay home, Fight it with a couple shots. There we go again with the drinking, right? Hey, shots they're like the modernized NyQuil.
Are they?
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
That and Vapor Rub. Vaporu cures everything.
Cures everything. No, you know what's funny enough is my neighbor, her daughter was riding her scooter and she fell over. And mind you, the girl's wearing mask, full coverall, like a painter's coverall, and she has
the helmet, of course.
She has the helmet, but she has the mask. She has the booty. What's a coverall with the booties, like the painters? That's why I mentioned the painters wear booties when they enter a household or when they're painting, just so they don't get any painting anywhere else. And the girl falls, tears her coverall, and I guess she scraped her knee. The mom automatically says, "Oh, babe, tráeme del Vaporu. Bring me the Vapor Rub," right? And so she rubs it on, and I was outside drinking a Stella, and I just asked her, and I laughed about, I don't know if I was being rude or a dick, I don't know, but she probably thought I was a dick. I'm like, does that cure the fall or the scrape? And
will it stop it from getting infected?
Yeah. So, I asked her, will that cure that? And she I grew up with it too. You get sick, they rub it on your chest.
Hey.
But I guess she caught on and she was like, hey, yeah, you know what? That's what they say. And I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, they went inside right after that.
It's an old school remedy, Vaporu helps everything. Las anginas, you remember that?
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
It's pretty much when it's your tonsils when they swell up.
Oh, okay.
And so they would say if you would put Vapor Rub on the bottom of your feet, your tonsils would stop from swelling up.
Isn't that like isn't that like some sort of like process? Like, can't you take out toxins or detox from your feet? Like, don't they place them in water? I know I was at that foot spa. I took my wife to a foot spa and they had this like detoxing spa where you just place your feet inside of a bucket. Not a bucket, a foot spa, right? Uh-huh. And of course there's several of them with fishes and whatever to eat the calluses away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you got to give me this info. I would love to take my wife there.
Yeah, right? And so I guess they like do it by like electros. I don't know what it is. they just put their feet in the water and they put some rods in, and
but they didn't use vapor rub.
They didn't use vapor rub.
Oh man, maybe you should have taken it and be like, hey, try this for one of your remedies. But on a serious note, you know what I mean? It's, just pretty much, just wash your hands, cover your cough or your sneezes, and the mask. If you are, going outside or, going to get food or whatever, just. But nowadays you can't go anywhere without the mask, so it's a must. You're not gonna get into any of these essential spots.
Oh yeah, I know Lowe's, they don't carry the N95 masks.
Oh no,
they're out of latex gloves.
Oh wow,
I was just there this morning. Yeah.
Oh, you were at Lowe's this morning.
I was at Lowe's this morning. Yeah.
How is that place? I've never been into a Lowe's.
You know what? It's a lot nicer than most hardware stores. Home Depot. You go into a Home Depot, it's always, I mean, not to bash on Home Depot or anything, but it's always dusty, and I mean, you can never find anything you're looking for. You always have to ask a clueless associate. Not to bash on Home Depot.
You're making them sound real bad right now, man.
No, not at all. I mean, you just go into a Lowe's and everything's organized. I mean, probably just because their prices are higher. I mean, I bought some lumber there this morning, and I bought the same amount of lumber at Home Depot couple of weeks ago, and it was a lot cheaper at Home Depot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I think Home Depot is like the Walmart of hardware stores.
Maybe because like you said, because of their prices are so low, they get shopped a lot,
Yeah.
But I heard the tool rental.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome, dude.
Is it?
Yeah.
You ever been there?
Of course. I go there all the time to rent, stuff that I need for the house.
I rented scaffolding one time from a tool rental, Home Depot, and it was just, they were overpriced on the scaffolding. I mean, I could practically build one out of 2x4s and, get it done. I forgot what I needed for, but yeah, I think I needed for a stucco job.
Yeah, I heard my dad, I'm a straight male, but the guys that work there, man, they're very good looking, man. And shout out to
and you're straight, and you're straight, right?
I'm very straight.
Oh, jeez, man.
But good guys there too.
I think it's the shots you had earlier, dude.
It is, and the vapor rub on my neck.
What is that? Did you guys hear that?
Are we having an earthquake right now?
No earthquake.
No earthquake.
No earthquake. Your neighbors, no?
Maybe the studio next door. They have band sessions there, so it might be the drummer practicing. It's a very important band member that's next door. We won't say who, but maybe soon.
Yeah,
we'll have him here sitting next to us, and we can talk about drumming.
Let's hope.
Let's hope. Yeah.
All right, man. So, so I was leaving Lowe's this morning, and
excuse me,
they close at 8. They usually close at 10. I mean, I don't know. They said, I heard over the intercom like, hey, we're closing up early.
This is at Lowe's.
This is at Lowe's because due to the coronavirus, right? So, is there a curfew?
I had heard that it was at midnight, but then they went down to 10 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not too sure what curfew arrangements. I know because we had gone to a taco truck by the house, and it was probably around 9 something, and they were like, yeah, they were pretty much trying to cook the food as fast as they could because they had to be, on the road.
Oh, okay.
So,
I don't know, man. It's funny because when this all started, when was it? March 13th, right? March 13th is when my kids officially stopped going to school.
To us, that's considered
the start of the pandemic.
The start of it, once your kids are not allowed to go back to school or attend school.
Yeah. So, it's March 13th. I got pulled over literally, I want to say April 1st, around April 1st. I think I got out of work around 11:30.
Did you finally get caught speeding or What happened?
You know, I usually do speed. I've mentioned it to you, right?
Yeah, because it takes you 10 minutes to get here from your place to here. We won't mention where here is, but here is the place.
No,
and normally takes me almost 40 minutes.
Well, I'm close to Marina Del Rey, so no.
Well, yeah, you do live over there, over there by the beach. We won't say where because we don't want to just name our cities, but where we.
Well, I live in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
it's just I'm right borderline Culver City.
Yeah, over there where you rich people live.
No. I mean, I think it's a gentrified area.
Oh, okay.
It's a mixture of all cultures.
I also live in a rich area. Very rich.
Takes you how long to get here?
40 minutes.
How many?
40 minutes.
40 minutes, yeah.
And that's why we're bringing up you speeding, because it takes you damn near 10 minutes to get anywhere.
Yeah, so I got pulled over right around 11:45. I got out of work at 11:30. I'm on my way home. Cop pulls me over. I didn't even see him behind me. All of a sudden, I see the lights just, pop up, and it's just like
you're fucked.
Yeah, just hearing that noise, it's like
you're tall,
your
Latino,
and yeah,
been speeding.
Yeah, dude. So no, I wasn't speeding. I hope he didn't. No. So he pulls me over and he's like, "Hey, you didn't stop at that red light back there." And I'm like, "Dude, there was no red light. There was a stop sign, but no red light." So he's like, "Yeah, there was a red light." And I was like, "Yeah, show me." So I start getting out the car. It's late. I'm tired. He's like, "Sir, stay in the car. Stay in the car." And I'm like, "Nah, man.
You about to get your ass whooped."
Yeah, dude. And, and it sucks to say, people of color are the worst, I guess, power enforcers, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because he was Latino as well. So, I mean, I don't know if that.
You're thinking you got juice, like
yeah. I think I'm just like, hey,
we raza,
what happened, dude? Yeah. But no, he was a dick, dude. He was just, why'd you do that? And I'm like, sir, there was no light back there. He's like, oh, driver's license and insurance, please. Goes back to his car. He has me waiting in the car for about 15 to 20 minutes. Like, I mean, how long does it take to run your plate, dude?
Right, but from I have. Friends, family members that are, part of the law enforcement.
Yeah.
And they usually say that they run your plates before they even pull you over.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess there's not unless you actually commit a crime or let's say run a light or you are like aggressively speeding.
Okay.
It's when they turn the lights on and pull you over. But because I think they just for being suspicious or for being Latino or black, that's not a reason to get pulled over. So they do punch in your plates.
Okay.
And then obviously if you got tickets, DUI or tags are expired,
Yeah.
But they were on you, my boy. Like,
Obviously. So he comes back 15 to 20 minutes later. I'm texting my wife, like, I just got pulled over. I'm going to be late.
About to get my ass whooped.
Yeah, dude, for real.
Start recording this shit.
Yeah. So, I did. That's exactly what I did. I put it on record and I put it up on the steering wheel so you could see right in between the steering wheel and the dashboard where you could see how fast you're going. And he comes back. He's like, all right, son, I'm going to let you off with the warning. I'm looking at him like, son, dude, you look like 3-4 years older than I am, dude. Like, why are you calling me son?
Oh, he said son.
Yeah, he said son. And he looked like he just graduated, LAPD,
freaking high school
academy.
What?
Yeah, straight out as the son. So I was like, oh. But then I look over and then I see this old ass, heavy set, just
donut in his hand.
Yeah, basically, yeah, he was drinking something. I don't know, but. So I kind of figured, he's probably a rookie. He's getting trained by him, and he watches him a lot. So he probably, caught on to the language and like son, and maybe just rubbed off. And I was, I didn't even want to say anything.
Talk.
Yeah, police talk. So he gives me my insurance and driver's license back, and he says, "Well, I'm going to let you off with the warning, and maybe next time you'll stop at the red light." I was like, dude. At this point, I didn't even want to, say anything else because he was just. Yeah. He probably would have said, or, asked to search my car.
Man, you're tired. Just get off of work.
Hey, I smell alcohol
home,
or something. Yeah, so I let it go and I drove home. But I mean, that's the only reason why I asked if there's a curfew.
Did you have something to drink? Because normally you'll have a little some when you're heading home. No. I know I do.
Yeah.
Well, no, not really.
I don't drink and drive, dude.
Don't do that, everybody.
Yeah, don't do this. Yeah.
Sorry, but
it's not safe, dude.
So he let you off with a warning.
He left me off with a warning. Yeah. Yeah.
That's good of him.
Officer Martinez.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, really.
You remember you read his badge?
Martinez. Yeah, dude. No, I didn't get his badge number, but yeah, Martinez. But yeah, man, it's crazy, dude.
So did you run? Was there a light around?
There was a stop sign, and I did stop, but it was more like a California stop and roll. Right? You just stop and
not for a second.
I think it was 3 seconds, right? In the California handbook, it's like 3 seconds.
It's been a minute since I've done the test.
I just renewed mine. So.
Oh wow. Yeah. I don't. They just give me a new license. That's how badass of a driver I am.
Yeah, you just receive a new driver's license in the mail.
The shit just comes in the mail. Same picture from fucking 20 years ago. But
really?
Yeah. And it's funny because I have that sweater that's on that picture. So me being funny, I always go to the DMV with that same sweater just to fucking piss them off.
Oh man.
So you went home that night?
Yeah, I went home. My wife was like, "Did you get it on recording?" I'm like, "Yeah, I recorded like when he came back, but not beforehand."
Oh. But so you think it was due to the non-stopping or because of the fact that there's the curfew?
They were at that intersection. It's more like a 4-way stop.
Oh, okay.
But they were there, and I saw them, and I did stop, but not for 3 seconds. I stopped and I did the California roll, and I just kept going. Yeah, I was on Jefferson, and
now let's say sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but let's say it was due to the curfew. What would happen? Like, would they arrest you, or you think it's a fine that's going?
The company I work for gave me a letter, basically a get out of jail card, right? Free jail, get out of free.
It's like, fuck you, I got this. You can't do shit.
Basically, yeah. And there's a number where they could call and
it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. But yeah, he didn't sweat it too much. He was more sweating the red light, quote unquote.
Do you think it's a heavy fine, or?
I think so.
If you do get caught, or let's say, you know what I mean?
Oh, well, they said after midnight, if you're not going anywhere essential, because all the essential places are closed, it's $1,000 fine or 6 months in jail.
Fuck, $1,000 to be out?
I mean, $6,000 is more like, I'm sorry, 6 months in jail. It's $1,000 or 6 months in jail, or both.
Oh shit! Yeah. Fuck that. I'd rather,
Yeah.
Wait till the next day to party.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Well, shit. Hold on. I fucking type fast, as a matter of fact. So that's why I'm looking at this shit right away. But it says that a surfer out in Manhattan Beach got a ticket for surfing for $1,000.
Well, they closed the beaches. They closed the beaches. The 20th or the 23rd?
And that's a badass surfer because he didn't give a fuck. He's like, I'm gonna fucking surf. $1,000? Fuck.
Yeah.
Here you go. You probably threw that $1,000 at his face because he's a badass white boy from Manhattan Beach. And I just saw that right now.
This is Bam LA. I'm AJ.
I'm Eddie G.
Until next time.
Be safe out there.